Now I know this isn't the most recent thing that's come out on Netflix this week, however, I've got quite a few late to the party credits here, and as you remember from my State of the Hat video earlier in the week, I'm going to be getting a lot of things on my to-do list taken care of, so this is another instance of me cashing in a late to the party credit, because I do kind of want to talk about this one. Today we are looking at Mulligan, an animated sitcom that has been described by Netflix itself as 30 Rock meets Idiocracy. And oh boy, is that a combination. On one hand, I love Idiocracy. It is one of my favorite movies, pretty much of all time. In fact, I still have a DVD copy of it around here somewhere. I recommend everybody watch it, even if it's not entirely accurate anymore, because, to quote one of my favorite YouTube channels at the time, it's not really about being uninformed anymore, it's about being misinformed, which are two things that sound very similar, but are actually kind of different at the same time, if that makes any goddamn sense at all. Then you have 30 Rock. Jesus Christ, I don't understand what you people see in that show. I really tried to get into that show, but I just did not find it funny at all. I think it might have even helped foster a bit of a hatred towards Tina Fey, because it was so... What do you people see in... forget it. Don't. So we basically have two forces that, for me, are very polarizing, and we just mushed them together in hopes that maybe it would make a show that was good. And... no. No, it didn't. The plot had potential. It was telling the story of how an alien invasion basically wiped out 90% of the Earth's population, and while we were able to defeat the aliens, the planet lies in ruins, and now we have to rebuild. Do we rebuild in a perfect utopia? Do we build a Christian theocracy? Do we build a like a big brother dictatorship? Do we make like a libertarian paradise? This is the kind of thing that I found kind of fascinating. Then I actually watched the show, and sweet Jesus, this is terrible. The show is described as 30 Rock meets Idiocracy, but when I watched the first episode, I immediately began thinking Rick and Morty knockoff. And I don't know if anybody else thought that, but for some reason that's what it reminded me of. Be it the character designs, the art style, the sense of humor being the way it is, or lack thereof, a sense of humor, but... yeah, that's pretty much the first thought I had in mind, and you know, I admit that I liked Rick and Morty when it first came out, but we're in season 6, heading up to season 7 at this point, and I belong to the crowd of people that says Rick and Morty jumped the shark somewhere around season 5, and I would dare say that Rick and Morty is kind of starting to wear out its welcome, so we need to move on to the next big thing to rip off, and God, I hope that one guy I was watching was wrong when he said it was Smiling Friends. Okay, getting back on track here. I don't mind that the main character is an idiot so much, because pretty much animated sitcom 101, there's going to be at least one character in the main cast who is a complete and total moron, and more often than not it's going to be the main character. That much, I wouldn't say it's fine, but I could definitely say that I can tolerate it. The more I watched this show, however, the more the jokes just didn't land, and nothing felt funny, and it was just... my God, this is so bad. Tell you how bad it genuinely was, I usually try to get in at least 3 episodes before I make a judgment one way or the other. I couldn't even see my way to episode 2. I finished the first episode and I was done. This show was genuinely that bad. Overall, this show had an interesting premise. Unfortunately for me, it fell flat on its face, and I definitely don't see myself checking on it any further past the first episode. 1 hat out of 4.